Have you ever wondered why humans have been worshipping the moon since ancient times? It's an enigma, a mystery as old as humanity itself. The adoration, the veneration of the moon, it's not just a random occurrence. It's widespread, seeping into numerous cultures, spanning countless eras. The moon has been perceived in various ways: a deity to be revered, a symbol carrying profound meanings, or even a personification of certain concepts. Ancient civilizations looked up to the night sky, to the moon, and saw more than just a celestial body. They saw a divine entity governing the vital rhythms of life and the universe. It was believed to control the ebb and flow of life and death, marking the passage of time with its phases. The moon's cyclical disappearance and reappearance were not merely astronomical events. They were interpreted as the moon's journey to the land of the dead and its subsequent rebirth. Imagine that. Every time the moon vanished from the sky, it was believed to be battling monsters in the underworld, only to reappear victorious. Such legends were not only thrilling tales, but also held deep symbolic meanings. The moon's phases were considered sacred, with each stage bearing its significance. During periods of darkness, when the moon was absent from the sky, strict taboos were followed, reflecting the reverence and fear associated with this celestial body. Interestingly, the moon's gender varied across cultures. In hunting societies, the moon was often perceived as male, while in agricultural traditions, it was seen as female. This dichotomy further illustrates the moon's multifaceted nature in human perception. So, the next time you gaze at the moon, remember, you're not just looking at a distant celestial body. You're looking at an ancient symbol, a deity revered by our ancestors, a representation of the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. As we see, the moon is not merely a celestial body, it's a symbol of life, death, and rebirth. But did you know the moon often takes on a gender? It's an intriguing facet of our history, isn't it? In hunting cultures, the moon is traditionally seen as male. You might wonder why. Well, the light of the moon provides visibility during the night, aiding hunters in their nocturnal pursuits. Just as hunters navigate through the dark, the moon becomes a symbol of guidance and resilience, traits often associated with masculinity in these cultures. On the flip side, in agricultural societies, the moon is perceived as female. This stems from the moon's influence over the tides and, by extension, agricultural cycles. The moon's phases mirror the ebb and flow of life, and its cycle parallels the female menstrual cycle, which is intrinsically tied to fertility and growth. This connection to nurturing and life-giving qualities led to the moon being symbolized as a female entity in these cultures. So the moon, apart from being a celestial body, also represents gender roles in various cultures. It's more than just a glowing orb in the night sky, it's a reflection of human perception, culture, and life itself. The mythology of the moon is filled with tales of battles and taboos. Across many cultures, the moon is not just a celestial body, but a stage where epic battles unfold. It's a common theme for the moon to be a battleground for deities, often fighting monstrous adversaries. In Japanese folklore, the shining moon is the fortress of the moon rabbit, who tirelessly prepares the elixir of immortality, forever pursued by mythical creatures. In Greek mythology, Artemis, the goddess of the moon, often fought with ferocious beasts, her silver arrows striking under the moonlit sky. But why these battles? Well, the moon's constant cycle of waxing and waning, its disappearance and reappearance, mirrors the ebb and flow of life and death, victory and defeat. The battles on the moon symbolize our own struggles and triumphs, painting a celestial picture of the human condition. Equally fascinating are the taboos associated with the moon. Many cultures impose strict rules during periods of darkness, specifically during the new moon, when the night sky is devoid of its usual luminary. In some parts of Africa, it's forbidden to travel at night during the new moon, believed to be a time when evil spirits roam freely. In traditional Hawaiian culture, the new moon is a sacred time of rest and reflection, a taboo against work and unnecessary noise. These taboos, these rules of darkness, can be seen as a reflection of our inherent fear and respect for the unknown. When the moon disappears, it leaves us in the dark, both literally and metaphorically. The taboos are a way of acknowledging this uncertainty, a way of respecting the powerful forces that govern our world. It's interesting, isn't it? How the moon, a silent observer in our night sky, can inspire such rich mythology, how it can become a mirror reflecting our fears, our hopes, and our struggles. These myths not only add a layer of intrigue to the moon, but also highlight the human tendency to find meaning in celestial phenomena. Let's shift gears and look at the moon from a scientific perspective. Now, we all know the moon as that beautiful radiant orb lighting up our night sky, but it's so much more than just a pretty face in the cosmic crowd. First, let's talk about the moon's control over tides. You see, the moon has a gravitational pull, just like the Earth. This pull stretches out towards our planet and influences the waters of our oceans. When the moon is directly overhead or opposite to a particular location, it pulls the water slightly towards it, causing a high tide. Conversely, in places where the moon is not overhead, we experience low tide. So the ebb and flow of the oceans, that's the moon's doing. But what about the moon's phases? You've probably noticed that the moon doesn't always look the same. Sometimes it's a full, bright circle, other times it's just a thin crescent. These are the phases of the moon, and they result from the moon's orbit around the Earth. As the moon circles our planet, different portions of its surface are illuminated by the sun, and that's what we see from Earth. From the new moon to the full moon and back again, it's all a dance of light, shadow, and perspective. The moon is also our nearest celestial neighbor, and it's the only other body in our solar system that humans have set foot on. It's our stepping stone into the universe, a milestone in our quest for understanding the cosmos. Scientists still study the moon to learn more about its composition, its history, and how it might have been formed. The information we gather from the moon not only helps us understand it better, but also sheds light on the origins of our own planet. Science too sees the moon as more than a shining orb in the sky. It's a celestial body with a profound effect on our planet. The moon is a testament to the interconnectedness of the universe, a beacon of the cosmic ballet that we are all a part of. And that, my friends, is truly awe-inspiring. Even today, the moon continues to inspire awe and wonder. Its ethereal beauty, its calming presence in the night sky, and its enigmatic phases continue to influence our lives in ways we often don't recognize. From the moonlit sonatas of Beethoven to the romantic verses of Wordsworth, the moon has been a muse to artists, poets, and musicians for centuries. Its silver glow has been the backdrop of countless stories, the catalyst of love in numerous tales, and the symbol of longing in many a poem. But it's not just the world of art and literature that's captivated by the moon. Even in this age of technology and science, the moon hasn't lost its allure. It's the subject of ongoing scientific exploration, an object of curiosity for astronomers and astrophysicists. From the Apollo missions that mark the dawn of lunar exploration to the future endeavors aiming to establish lunar colonies, the moon continues to be a frontier of human discovery. From ancient worship to modern exploration, the moon has always held a special place in our hearts and minds. So, why do we worship the moon? From the dawn of time, humanity has looked up to the night sky with awe and reverence, casting their hopes, dreams, and fears upon the moon's luminescent face. We've explored the ancient enigma of moon worship, delving into the profound symbolism and rich mythology that surround this celestial body. The moon, a ubiquitous presence across diverse cultures and eras, has been venerated as a deity, a symbol, and even a personification. Its phases, from full to new and back again, have been seen as a reflection of the cycle of life and death, a testament to the rhythms of the universe. We've also touched upon the intriguing dichotomy of the moon's gender across different traditions. In hunting cultures, the moon was often seen as male, while in agricultural societies, it was typically viewed as female. This dichotomy mirrors the fundamental roles these societies played in the survival and prosperity of early human communities. Then we ventured into the realm of battles and taboos, where lunar mythology often takes a darker turn. The moon's disappearance and reappearance, its dance with the sun, and its journey through the night sky have given rise to tales of epic battles with monsters and strict taboos during periods of darkness. We've also uncovered the scientific facts behind the moon's influence on Earth. More than just a shining orb in the night sky, the moon controls our tides, affects our weather, and even influences the behavior of certain species. And even today, in an age of science and technology, the moon still holds a powerful sway over us. It continues to be a source of wonder and awe, a reminder of our place in the cosmos, and a symbol of the unexplored frontiers that await us. From a symbol of life and death to a celestial body controlling our tides, the moon indeed is worth our admiration and respect.